Bricks and Minifigs is your one-stop shop for all things LEGO. Hit the link below to find a store near you.
Hi, my name is Isaac Miner, and I'm a builder from Alabama. Come out to Atlanta BrickCon, and here we have my build. It's sort of a Bad Batch mission on Scarif. Something from my own creation. It's not really based off anything in particular, but I figure the Bad Batch would have gone on several missions, doing some different things, maybe foiling some Imperial plans. You know, you always like to do that. Um, it's really all.
Take us through some of the action you got going here with the different minifigures.
So over here on the left, we have the Bad Batch coming in, sort of attacking the base. I think we call it a mining base, some sort maybe. And so they're trying to stop the Imperials from getting the materials they need to build up their armies and everything. I don't know.
And then what are these guys doing over here?
Okay, I think they're looking for what the big fight is. They don't even know what's happening yet. You know, the Bad Batch is real sneaky and everything. They're good at hiding, so they're off in the woods there, and not many have seen them yet.
So that's some of the action, but architecturally, you've got some really nice details and things going on with this build here. Take us through some of the different parts you use. One thing that catches my eye is the kind of half Death Star element up there.
Yeah, those were from the Planet series a couple years ago, and I recently bought some more to put in some future builds, but I really like seeing some other people use that technique to make domes of different shapes and stuff, and so I thought I'd incorporate that as sort of a generator or something up on top, just give it some extra detail.
And then how about some of these details in the wall sections around the front here?
Okay, sure. So one thing I tried to incorporate was some different sloped sections, because when you have straight walls, it just kind of blends in. It gets a little boring. So I added some slopes there and some plates on hinges that kind of leaned back and gave it some extra detail and shape, I guess. Yeah.
And then what do we have on this kind of landing pad over here?
Okay. So before the Empire took over this little mining base, we had some Ugnaughts and some different other aliens that were occupying it, and they've stayed under employment, if you will, here. But we have one of their ships. I think they'd move around the different ores and things that they were mining with it. I just sort of made this one up too, so it's not based off anything, but I thought it looked neat.
I think that's a really cool ship. What are some of the pieces you used to create that? Because there's a lot of small little details there.
Okay, so one thing I wasn't able to find a cockpit that I really liked, so I had to make my own out of different bars and like droid arms and different things like that. I thought that turned out pretty all right. It actually does fold up here, and you can kind of see the chair on the inside for the operator. And then another detail that I really liked that I got recently was the micro scale Millennium Falcon cockpit that I added up there. It looks like a droid head or something else, you know, just an extra added detail that I like.
And as we go inside, then you've got tons more details here. What are these rooms around the outside?
Okay, so with the Empire, you're going to have some people wanting to maybe steal your ore or something. So I'm sure there's bound to be fights. I mean, we're seeing one right now, so I thought I'd include a medical bay in there so we can get some healing up going on, you know, and mining's a dangerous business, so, you know, couldn't hurt to be safe with everything, so. And then, well, you know, we got some Bacta tanks in there, some other things.
What's happening in the main section?
Okay, so this is where the main production occurs. We had that conveyor belt over there. It's feeding out some finished ore into these buckets, and this big droid here is going to load them up, and I think they'll use the crane that's up at the top to load those containers up onto the platform, so these little speeders, I guess, would be able to take them off to a different location, maybe package them up better, something like that.
And that brings us to the top section now, where you can see one guy, you know, just having a good time there in the fountain. What else is happening here?
Okay, so I think we have Director Krennic up here. He's just kind of informing some of the troops what's happening, maybe get them ready for battle. We have a couple other guys over there with bazookas or something, and, you know, just an Ugnaught minding his business. So
One thing that catches your eye with this is structurally there isn't a lot holding up some of these layers here. So how did that come together for you, and were there any difficulties along the way?
There definitely were. The journey here was very perilous. I was quite concerned. We had some issues in transport because of just how sparse the supports are, but I thought it opened it up a lot, and you're able to see in a little bit better because we didn't add as many supports as might be suggested or something. Yeah.
So yeah, this is a fantastic build, but you've got a few others over here I wanted to take a look at as well. So we can go back around the corner, and you can start with this one here and tell us what these scenes are.
Okay. So I guess first I want to point out is Vulcan, is what I call it. It's a statue, the biggest iron statue in the world, and it's from my hometown in Birmingham. I just brought that out to kind of show where I come from. And then moving on to my second one here, something that I got into recently was watching the trailers of the Old Republic game. And in those, I have a couple different scenes that I've made, kind of depicting major events from those trailers.
I love the way you've created the perspective here with the figures in the front and then that great sky in the background.
Yeah, thank you. That was something I saw one of my other Empire lug builders had done in one of their mocks, and I really appreciated that. I thought that it might be a good addition to that. I don't know. It's almost breathtaking in the trailer. You see that big horizon out there. It's really neat.
And what's this one next to it?
Okay, this is another one of those Old Republic scenes. We have Darth Malgus being pushed into the wall by, I'm not sure what her name is, but she's a Jedi. And then I had a sort of a forced perspective of the ship flying over, as you see that in the trailer. And then the clone there, well, not clone, but Old Republic trooper shooting out the flare is another thing you see at the end of the trailer there.
Fantastic, and that brings us, I think, to the last scene then.
Yeah, this is a mock I built for the Indiana Jones collab that happened at Brick Fair, Virginia a while ago. Unfortunately, it wasn't able to show up. We had some sickness, and so that happens. But I decided to bring it out to this one because I still had it, and it's just showing where Indiana Jones found the Holy Grail and was able to save his dad. I thought that was a fun scene, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you.
Yeah. Keep up the great work here. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Will do, yeah.